Though borne aloft on the wings of the eagle itself, soaring through the midst of the heavens as the trusty messenger or joyous arm-bearer of supreme Jove, would I not, after I had obtained this dignity of wing, still fly back every now and then to my nest? I swear to you, by that lovely little knot of hair with which you have enchanted my spirit, that I would prefer no other to my Fotis. And then besides, I bethink me, that as soon as I am rubbed with that ointment, and shall have been changed into a bird of this kind, I shall be bound to keep at a distance from all human habitations. For what a beautiful and agreeable lover will the ladies gain in an owl? Why, do we not see that these birds of night, when they have got into any house, are eagerly seized and nailed to the doors, in order that they may atone by their torments for the evil destiny which they portend to the family by their inauspicious flight? But one thing I had almost forgot to inquire. What must I say or do in order to get rid of my wings, and return to my own form as Lucius?
"Be in no anxiety," she said, "about all that matter, for my mistress has made me acquainted with everything that can again change such forms into the human shape. But do not suppose that this was done through any kind feeling towards me, but in order that I might assist her with the requisite remedies when she returns home. Only think with what simple and trifling herbs such a mighty result is brought about. For instance, a little anise, with some leaves of laurel infused in spring water, and used as a lotion on a draught."
Having assured me of this over and over again, she stole into her mistress's chamber with the greatest trepidation, and took a little box out of the casket. Having first hugged and kissed it, and offered up a prayer that it would favour me with a prosperous flight, I hastily divested myself of all my garments, then greedily dipping my fingers into the box, and taking thence a considerable quantity of the ointment, I rubbed it all over my body and limbs. And now, flapping my arms up and down, I anxiously awaited my change into a bird. But no down, no shooting wings appeared, but my hairs evidently became thickened into bristles, and my tender skin was hardened into a hide. My hands and feet, too, no longer furnished with distinct fingers and toes, formed as many massive hooves, and a long tail projected from the extremity of my spine. My face was now enormous, my mouth wide, my nostrils gaping, and my lips hanging down. In like manner my ears grew hairy, and of immoderate length, and I found, in every respect, I had become enlarged. Thus, hopelessly surveying all parts of my body, I beheld myself changed not into a bird, but an ass. I wished to upbraid Fotis for the deed she had done, but, now deprived both of the gesture and voice of man, I could only expostulate with her silently with my underlip hanging down, and looking sideways at her with tearful eyes. As for her, as soon as she beheld me thus changed, she beat her face with her hands and cried aloud, "Wretch that I am undone! In my haste and flurry I mistook one box for the other, deceived by their similarity. It is fortunate, however, that a remedy for this transformation is easily to be obtained, for by only chewing roses you will put off the form of an ass, and in an instant will become my Lucius once again. I only wish that I had prepared as usual some garlands of roses for us last evening, for then you would not have had to suffer the delay even of a single night. But at the break of dawn the remedy shall be provided for you." Thus did she lament. And as for me, though I was a perfect ass, and instead of Lucius a beast of burden, I still retained human sense. Long and deeply, in fact, did I consider with myself whether I ought not to bite and kick that most wicked woman to death. However, better thoughts recalled me from such rash designs, lest by inflicting on Fotis the punishment of death I should at once put an end to all chances of efficient assistance. So, bending my head low, shaking my ears, I silently swallowed my wrongs for a time, and, submitting to my most dreadful misfortune, I betook myself to the stable, to the good horse which had carried me so well, and there I found another ass also, which belonged to my former host Milo,